Might just put it back. Try You already want me?
No.
Like, no, you can definitely sign up.
I know how to use one in the tree walker.
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open the Board of Public Works and Safety. Please rise. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets. Present. Greg Miller.
Present.
Megan Sheets.
Present. Okay, we have the minutes from the December 27, 2022 regular meeting.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes for December 27, 2022.
I'll second. Roll call please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye. Okay, the minutes passed. Next, we have the claims over there.
And I'll make the motion that we accept the claims that are presented to us this evening.
Now second the motion.
Roll call please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye. Okay, public comments, do I have anything? Okay, we're gonna start out this evening with the police department, Chief Shoemaker.
Good afternoon or evening. It's kind of the first year for us. We've been a lot of sickness and at the police department, getting over it, but glad to be back in the saddle and getting ready for 23 here. Tonight's department report, we want to report that Bill Hackford.
I know, it's really loud.
Push it back away from you a little bit.
That's that new system.
So Bill Hackford is retiring on February 27th. So I would ask the board to accept his retirement effective that night. He's in a drop, so he needs to be off payroll at the, I believe, at 11:59 p.m. on the 27th. And I'll work with Carol's office to ensure that that happens.
I'll make the motion that we approve Bill Hackard's retirement on effective February 27.
Now second the motion.
Roll call please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye. Okay, well,
He's going to be mad that I have to do this.
tell him, thank you for your service, because I'm gonna guess we're not gonna see him, right?
We're not, he comes up, he's working out, I'm gonna give him a key fob in the building, so he can work out, but, he's this hacker, he wants no,
That's what I think.
no press, but I have to put this on the record tonight. I've waited long enough, and so, at our next meeting, we will be promoting, Lance Pickerel through this. Narcotics technician, I'm like, on the circumstance, so it'll be a private swearing in by the mayor.
Okay.
With the family. Other than that, we're working on our annual report. We've been working today. I think we've been working with Carol, her office to get a grant, the $125,000 grant for the federal government. We are moments away of bringing that individual to the board. I hope to swear him in at the next meeting. So we're down to the final paperwork with the Department of Treasury and the Department of Justice and the City Clerk Treasurer's Office. So big dogs there on this grant. We want to make sure we do it right, and we have a great candidate to bring to you for that position, as also as well to replace Bill Hacker. In his position, we will bring that to the board in February. So outside of any questions for the board, I have nothing.
Today is National Appreciation Day for Law Enforcement. I just want to thank Frankfurt Police Department, all the officers for all that they do and how much we appreciate them.
Yeah, we had a lot of people provide sweets, sugar today, and lunch, breakfast, and so we're going to we'll put a post out here in a little bit to thank all of those individuals and organizations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you're back.
Yes.
Not wishing.
Okay, next we have Fire Department, Chief Stebbins.
All right, good evening. I will be short and sweet as well. Just kind of give you guys an update on where we're at with our truck. Obviously, you guys knew that engine 3 had some more problems than we thought, so we've made contact with them, still waiting on the parts to get in, so hopefully when that comes in, that'll be good. As you know, engine 4 was broke down the other day. That ended up being a very quick, easy fix. It was just a high pressure oil line rupture, so that's what caused that to have this problem. As far as any other reporting goes, just to kind of give everybody an update, our end of year that we've done, our calls are down about 12% from where they were last year, and then, or excuse me, 21, and our training is up 32% from 20. So everybody's been working hard. The fire department, obviously, with training, and I think the call volume went down mainly because of COVID. That probably decreased our call volume. So that's all I have for you guys.
Okay.
No, other than the statistics that you sent out to us, I appreciate your end report. And as you said, the training has increased. And I also want to pass along thanks for getting some deferred maintenance of equipment and buildings and so forth, taking care of the fire department this year.
So we're very thankful, obviously, to the mayor and Board of Works and the city council for helping us go on with that. There are a lot of things that need to be fixed and updated, and we've really made a lot of progress and getting those things all kind of repaired and back in order.
Thank you.
Much your guys' department, much we appreciate.
Yeah.
Okay, 2022, looking forward to 2023.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Street Department, Jason Forsythe.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll start with, I guess we'll start with the street department. Did you guys get the information about the paving and all that? We don't really need to talk about that unless you have questions. We can get together again here soon. I know January 27th is the date we had to have the community crossing grant turned in, so we've done a little bit with it, but as soon as we figure out what we're going to do next point. Let's get to that.
You think we can like sit down again and talk, or let's make some
Probably a good
decisions
idea.
pretty quick. Yeah, so we can get that.
If you have any ideas, and I think I copied Steve and Joe on it as well.
So we're gonna apply for this CDBG. That has to be in by the 27th of January. Would give us $650,000 if we receive that. So Jason's been working hard on that.
There's a quote we got, was obviously just under that amount, but some of the other things I spoke to you about, I think we're in pretty good shape to do kind of a few more if we want to do that. And then that first street project I put on there, just so everyone knows, that's from like all the way along. It's a little thinner street, so it's not as wide as some of your other streets. there's some things well, I'll put you in mind. He brought it to me the other day as you're going into the gas station there on First Street, that I want Jim to look at. It looks like when they redone the asphalt for their right of way, the state right of way, that they didn't, it's not in there correctly, and they're getting a bunch of water right there. So I don't know if that's something that we'll want them to look at. I'm not sure if they'll look at that this year, but we're not gonna be able to pay it for a while anyway. But I know they have a lot of punch list items that they need to complete, and maybe something to add to that. But I pointed that out to you the other day when we went by there, so that's something we're gonna tell them. Other than that, what they did, right away, work that they did, asphalt was fine. And then I think I emailed you, I hope I did, the scan tool.
Yes.
Just to talk a little bit about that, and Tucker's here if you guys have any questions about it. He knows a lot more about it than I do. But we have obviously a lot of big trucks at the department. And some I kind of spoke to Matt about a little bit in our last department head meeting. That might work for their fire trucks. I think we're still kind of looking into that. But what it does, it kind of diagnoses the problem with our rear load and our new automated trash trucks. This past year, it's not always like this, but we put a lot of money in repairs. A lot of those repairs come from towing a vehicle over to Stoops for $250. Anytime you take a truck to Stoops, they charge you 2 hours of labor, and it's about
$2.10 an hour.
$2.10 an hour for just for the labor, and then it's more than that. Obviously, it's more than that. You're at least being charged for that rate an hour. But what this scan tool does, you can get in there and scan that truck to let us know, okay, it's throwing this type of code, and it allows us to be able to repair some of that, most of it in-house. If we can't, we have a scan tool, but the scan tool we had is very outdated. And this would allow us to, in the long run, save money on towing vehicles over there. It would allow us to diagnose the problem much quicker, get it fixed much quicker in the house. And then my thought process was, we would want to keep it at the department, but at the same time, if something would happen with the fire engines, then maybe this will work on those two items. I think Matt maybe thought it probably would, but that's something that might benefit both departments, because we obviously know usually when something goes bad with one of those types of trucks, it's pretty salty. And we almost use almost every bit of repair line we had for both for sanitation for those types of fixes, which we have in the past. We had a couple of issues with automated trucks and covering warranty this year, but the end of last year and most of last year, we did pretty well. And I think this will save us. Can't put a number on it. Obviously, it's going to save the time that you don't have the vehicle as well. We don't think about those things, but it's going to save us money in the long run, being able to fix it in-house.
And you see it being okay within your budget.
Yeah. But I would think, I didn't really point it out there, but I'd like to probably just split it up between our 3 repair lines.
Okay.
And use a little bit out of each one to be able to repair and take a big chunk out of one, to be able to get this. And then next year, what I'll do come budget time is, there is it's 2,300, 2,200.
Yeah, 23,
$2,200 or $2,300 to update it every year. And we would put that in the budget, so that's taken care of. And it may work on other vehicles. I just want to keep the F2 in our department. We know where it's at all the time. Maybe other options. Definitely will help shoot department. Same thing.
I'm
The
okay with it, or
quote,
I
I
don't know.
guess I'll tell you what the number is. Quote's $11,284 for diesel laptops. It's exactly what the thing is. It's a laptop that you can scan on, and they're used for not only big truck, but they're used for automotive repairs at different places too. It's just, this is one that obviously fits our needs.
will that be something Jason followed up with Matt for the trucks or for any other vehicles that we look for? If that's, can be applied to those, is that something will just be an ongoing thing that,
Yeah,
I upgrade that?
I don't know about the upgrade side of it, to be honest with you, if it would upgrade the fire engines, for the state. Brought in the question.
Good idea.
Yes, it will. It will diagnose any issue with any trucks. It'll basically tell you, okay, this is the problem, this is how to fix it. It'll walk you through which category you go under. It will, they'll scan loaders, bobcats, trucks, any trucks, bigger trucks, from F-450s on up.
That 450, just so everybody knows, that's all one kind of trucks. I think what Greg was asking is when we upgraded, with the state,
Yes.
still upgrade for
Yeah.
the other departments.
Yeah. Basically, that upgrade fee is basically what we're getting now is every package for this laptop, and next year it's the renewal fee. So you gotta renew it every year to be able to go in and look at everything.
So I'm taking it, you're recommending it.
A lot easier.
I mean, one of the things we have benefit of is two good mechanics. And obviously, these guys do probably a lot more than most in-house. I think, obviously, Matt asked his mechanics to do the same. I think it's something that makes a lot of easier for them.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the bid for the diesel laptops as presented by Jason Forsythe.
Second. Roll call, please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Craig Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
That's really all I had for the street department. You want me to stay up here and do the other?
You know what, you just might as well stay up here.
You want to run a town or anything?
I think you'll be fine.
We got information about the car shows for the upcoming season for Mr. West. He does every year to benefit not-for-profits here in town, and he uses usually Shelter House 1 for that. And rather than try to, I guess, approve every one, I figured we'd just bring them all to the board today so we can approve them all and get them on the calendar so we know that those dates are covered for the Shelter House moving forward. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm good with just going ahead and approving all.
May 27th, June 17th, July 1st, and August 12th are the dates. I think there's going to be a name for all those, a little different name here and there for all those, but I don't know what those were. I just had Katie Ann send the dates, which was approved. Really excited about them.
Oh.
So a big shelter house, like a big shelter house, is what we would use for on the dates.
And it's always for a not-for-profit. So it's something he really enjoys doing. I think it's good for the communities. Oh, and then I wanted to ask also.
Yeah, we started for the shelter house. For the shelter house, those with that.
I'll make the motion that we continue tradition and approve the shelter house reservations for the dates that Jason has mentioned and waive the fees for that benefits our nonprofit community.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Craig Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Thank you. You can let him know.
Just two more quick things. The first one is the park has interviewed an individual for part-time employment. I've asked Chrissy to run that through a background check and a drug test, and then we'll bring that to the next. We brought to you. Let you know what's going on, but I think that's the only empty position we have over there. And then the last thing I want to kind of go over is, I know we've been talking a lot about some of the damage that occurred at Prairie Creek Park. I just kind of want to update you all on what's going on with that. We had damages to the stage by some juveniles. Those juveniles have been arrested, I guess, so to speak. I think there's 4 of them total. Received some information from Amber Morris about reimbursement through how do they handle that through the court system. I spoke to Fred Fuller, is his name, who was with the damage that was done to the stage, and obviously that was it was engraved in the back of the stage into the green room and also in the stage itself. Sent him pictures of all that. He's on vacation until I believe the 16th this month, and he's going to meet with me. What I was hearing from some others, it might be kind of a salty thing to repair those, but according to him, he didn't feel like that was the case. So he'll meet with me when he gets back in town. We'll go down and take a look at that. The other 2 items were the fencing on the outside of the, I guess, playground area. We are in talks with several fencing companies, the original company that put that in, for a lot of other different things. So we're trying to wait on some quotes on all of that from them. I think 4 different companies. We've reached out to a couple of them that are here fairly local, a couple in Minneapolis. And then the equipment on the playground itself, I think it was a drum of some kind. I have not been able to reach out to anybody to contact back on that. I've emailed, I have that with me now. Kimberly had a list of people who worked with that in the past, and she gave me all 3 of those numbers. So we've got a little ways on the stage, a little ways on the fence. We haven't gotten anywhere on the drum. As far as if we, what it costs for the replacement, or if we want to do, I know they were talking, maybe they want to put something different there. I think that's been damaged more than once. And then once we do that, get that total cost, like for the stage, I think the ones that were arrested were just for the stage itself.
We were able to clean up all the other that they did. I know they did like the marker, the painting on the cement, and also on that pole. So I think that's all been taken care of, right? This is just the wood in the back that they etched in it. Yeah.
There was about 5 or 6 different spots. One of them was on, like I said, on the green room where everybody kind of gets ready, and some of them was on the main stage area, I think, too. But hopefully, Fred's right, and it won't cost us too much to get that repaired. And then once we get that information, everybody's ready to take what she needs to take to the courts, and start getting some reimbursement back for that. So, other than that, I went to the first RDA meeting today in reference to the pool. It was a really good meeting. I think things are looking good over there. They tripped around in the park and looked at where they were at with it. They got their last bit of the slide in on Friday, so that'll be the next big thing that they put together, and that slide will be complete. They were talking about starting concrete work outside the pool area, around the pool. Looked at the concession stand, talked to Megan and Alicia and some others about that today. I'm going to try to move forward doing there. But everything went pretty well there as far as I'm. The individual is the superintendent out there, Rob Royce, is the main superintendent to talk to and deal with. So, and tomorrow will be my first meeting with Envoy and HWC and reference to the progress.
And the gas is working.
Yeah, we had a huge issue out there over the storm. Probably a good 4 days without gas. A couple different outbuildings, the greenhouse, and the bird barn. We had to move the birds out of the barn and get electric heaters for them because they can't have gas heaters for the fumes. So we got them moved out of there, and everything's good there. And then the greenhouse, a little different story. We reached out to Shelley Kelsey on the insurance because we lost a lot of plants and flowers in the greenhouse. But everything's back up. greenhouse around 70 degrees, which I'm out here, that's a good temp. And everything in the bird water's back up and running now too. So, but we had a little bit of everyone involved in that to try to get that figured out. So, from veteran to Jim's Heating and Cooling to TL Myers to everybody. So, and obviously a huge help from everybody at the park because I was in Knoxville for a while. So, but we stayed in contact. Envoy helped us out, and they did reach out to us in regards to some of the costs that we incurred on that, and are going to handle and cover that cost for us. So, don't know what that total is. I don't know what that means, how much that is, but
Is that our attorney?
our attorney, our attorney, we have Lacey next to me, reach out to us. So they're going to reimburse us for some costs there that we incurred. And then we're taking some steps to try to prevent that happening again. But obviously, we don't see a lot of 40-degree below zero temperatures here, so hopefully we don't see them this year.
Has Apex reached out to you to transfer like Great Creek Park over to you for the cameras, the door access? Yeah, that kind of thing.
Is that still?
Kimberly has that, and then also does Christy.
Somebody out there obviously has access there, right? I'll see if I can get that. That's us, right?
Yes.
Okay. What else, anything?
So, Jason. Thank you.
You just get out,
Okay,
no,
building
you don't want to
services
stay.
non-stock.
Read, stay, all you want.
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, Ms. Alverson, to the team. Good to see your smiling face up there today. A couple things I want to go through. First, we'll do the permits for December. Not a whole lot going on. Things have dropped dramatically. As only 27 permits were issued in December. 6 of them were 30-day electrical. So the process of still trying to refurbish the homes that haven't had people in for a while is still going on, along with electrical updates that went on. So most of the permits that went were for inside homes. Total revenue collected for December just $1,634.80. Last year was $1,747, and the year before that was $2,544. Our office, we have our goals set for 2023. You'll be getting them in the morning, Mayor. Matter of fact, we've already started on one of them, which is to get our plans that are in the archive room scanned and put in place so that if folks want them, they're easier to be accessed. I've had a lot of calls lately for plans in the past, and I have a very big challenge of trying to find them down there because they're all in a big pile, and some of them are laid properly, but for the 90% of it, it's a mess down there. So we've started the process. One of the challenges that we have is when we scan the plans, every page is its own file. So when we put it on a zip drive, it goes down as an individual file, and we don't want to archive them as individual files on CityPlan. We want to make them all one. We have been told that there is a plan or an item that we can get to do that. So we're looking into that so that we can not have 30 pages on one plan put on a permit. So we started working on that. And other than that, Mayor, that's all we have.
Does anyone have anything, Don? Okay, thank you. Community development, Kimberly Black.
Good evening. So I emailed you right before the end of the year. Billy Burge from the Eagles has reached out and wanting to do an Eagles night instead of sponsoring the entire Prairie Creek Park concert series. He just wants to kind of mainly focus on one night and do some fun things with some of his members. And they don't do concerts usually in the summer months because they're an indoor facility. So he kind of wanted to partner with us. We're looking at the date for June 17th, potentially. And we had talked in the past about doing an Elton John tribute band. And the dates just didn't work out, and so he's looking more towards Journey or a Boston tribute. So if the board approves, I'll get in touch with them and move forward and see what we need to do. So they would take ownership of hiring the bands, and payment of them, and then we would take care of the food truck and all the logistics for the day. So this is something that's new. I like the idea. Maybe something that we move forward and change our sponsorship, and maybe another company or organization can sponsor another day. So it's kind of a guinea pig trial run and see how it goes. But yeah, that's the information that I have for the Eagles.
So the only part they would play in that then is just.
Yes, yes.
And is this a venue that would be free to the community as another concerts have been?
Oh, yes, yes. It would be free and open to the community.
And they're just wanting to do this to focus our efforts. Will there be other advertisement with regard to recruiting members or doing anything such as that during this particular, another very philanthropic organization to our community, no doubt about that. But they're just wanting to help out by sponsoring the band.
Yes, instead of spreading their dollars across 5 or 6 concerts, they just want to focus on one night. And then obviously we wouldn't put this on our list for other businesses to sponsor that same night. It would just be for the Eagles and kind of pull it out of the lineup per se for sponsorships. Like I said, we're still kind of new with this. I've been talking with Billy a lot. He wants to help and he wants to be community minded and has always sponsored in the past for the summer concert series or stuff that we do for other events. But we sat down and he said, how about if I would just, and some of these bands are thousands of dollars worth if he's wanting to put that money in front and make sure that they get that type of thing.
So like you said, the Eagles does a lot for community.
Yes.
Do a lot. For youth on up, they do all sorts of things. So, if we can figure out a way to work this out with them, I think it'd be really great. And I appreciate them making that offer. You would then get the food trucks yourself, and then I'm guessing alcohol would be involved as well. And
Yes, they are wanting, they're looking into their alcohol license to see if they can take it outside of their walls. Some, depending on how their licensing is, they can take it out. Some can't out of their business plan or their floor plan. So he's checking with excise to make sure that they can be able to supply the beer and wine. We only do beer and wine, right? So. And then obviously no other alcohol would be brought into the park, only what is provided from our vendor that day.
Well, I think they're a known trusted entity. I'd like to see if we could try this and see if I do the math properly. I think they're going to have more of an investment in paying for the band than it would be to be one of the higher level sponsors for the evening. So we have to appreciate that. And I think as long as you, Kimberly, too, would agree with the selection of the music, the entity for music, I'd like to know that there's a little bit of a camaraderie on the selection of that, making sure that it was something the city wanted to attach their name with as well. And no doubt it would be because they're careful about that as well. So, but, I would like to make the motion that we pursue this opportunity.
I'll second motion.
roll call, please, Karen.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
So get with Billy, and we'll get the plans finalized, and
I will. And as more details come about, I'll definitely bring them to the Board of Works.
tell him thank you for
I will for sure.
offering to do this.
And we are locked into June 17th, and that's the date.
I am pretty sure that is what the date that he told me last week, so, I'll, after this meeting, go up there and email him and say where to go and figure out what we need to do from there, so. He sent me some demo videos and things like that, so we have been working on trying to figure out what we wanna bring. I asked him like the Eagles tribute band, but you know, that just.
I'm thrilled that either Judy or Boston quite
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then some updates, just what's going on in my office. I spoke with, a Spanish translator, that would partner with the city, and she can do legal documents, as well as any flyers and press releases, those type of things, so we can try to make sure that we are inclusive on all of our communication. It's a goal of mine for 2023 is to make sure that everyone in our community will be able to, there won't be a communication barrier. So it would be invoicing, it would be just like another vendor within the city, but it would be per document. And then actually she said she's willing to go with me if I want to go talk to a small business owner that English isn't their first language, that she would be able to help translate and be physically there with me. So I'm super excited about that. We have a lot of great small business owners in Frankfurt, and I just want to make sure that we're supporting each and every one of them. And then I think that's all I have.
Are you gonna tell us about the weekend?
Yes, we had a very busy weekend, so today I'm kind of getting myself into planning mode. Katie Ann and I went to the Indian Affairs and Festivals Convention. I actually spoke on a class for grants and where to find funding and sponsorship. So there was about 45 to 50 members from the communities, other communities in Frankfurt, or other communities in Indiana, excuse me, that were there. And then we attended other classes and then showcases. So yes, we're excited today. We sat down and looked at dates and trying to match, different bands with different dates and kind of guiding and training Katie in on the bands and entertainment side of Prairie Creek Park. So it's fun. Yeah, to be continued. We'll be bringing all those contracts to you with dates.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard to top last year because there's so many people that have offered so much positive, comment on just last year.
Yes.
And I mean, every night there was something going on. I mean, you could hear it all over town. So it's gonna be hard to top that, but
We've got a few ideas.
great job.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Kimberly. Okay, anybody have anything under unfinished business? Oh, I forgot you.
okay.
You're next.
I don't have anything tonight. I'm sure I will future night. So I'm still getting my feet under me.
Okay, we'll be prepared next time. Okay, any unfinished? Okay. New business, Jason, did you have something
Yes,
for us?
we got Joel's here tonight, so you forget Joel.
Oh, Joel.
No, I just wanted to bring the Fire and Ice Festival in front of the Board of Works, February the 11th. It's gonna be the Fire and Ice Festival, and I think Joel's still working on some things. Maybe a concert possibly, and obviously we're gonna do fireworks down at Prairie Creek Park. So, but it's February the 11th, and obviously Joel's here if they have any questions, but I wanted to get that approval so we can move forward and we're gonna get to it for that.
Any questions for Joel? Questions?
We can have a motion for that, Vince. Okay. I'll make the motion that we approve February 11th for the Fire and Ice Festival and go do your magic, Joel. That'd be great.
Get in that.
Just the fees be waived.
As we have in the past.
Yes.
And that we
Let's
wait.
forget about the fees.
And that we wait the fee element in my motion.
Okay.
Thank you, Joel.
Second motion is presented.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets. Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Okay. You're
It sh-
first.
It should be a great event. We're hoping to have 37 sculptures, which if we have 37, that will be the most that there's ever been. So we still have a lot to come in. We have a total right now of 15 actually paid for and confirmed, but they have till the end of the month. So we are hoping to have a lot more come in. And then we will be hopefully having the fire performers back, as well as hopefully a concert. And we will definitely have fireworks at the end because that's something that we like to do.
It's always a great event. Thank you. Okay, next we have the Aquatic Center Management Agreement. I've tried a couple times today to get hold of Eric. I have not been able to reach him. But with the questions that we still have on that, I would like to hold off unless you want to go ahead, but I'm just not comfortable right now with moving forward on that. We still have several questions.
Right, I think we kind of chatted a little bit, if we could have them meet with us and address all the questions, get Christy and Jason involved as well, and make sure that everyone's questions are answered. It's gonna be a great opportunity, great document when it's all said and done, and something the city's done in the past. So it's not a surprising move, and we just look forward to make sure we have it all buttoned up tight before we approve it.
So, I mean, it involves more than just the management of it. They also will take care of the chemicals, hiring, the payroll. I mean, all of that's really important to us. They also offer a liability insurance that comes along with that, so that gives that extra layer there. Before it comes to the city, probably if somebody's gonna sue, they'll probably still sue the city as well. But at least we have that in between there, that liability as well. In the past, when we used the same management company, they were very good about training, having personnel there. You can depend on them, very dependable. So, but we just want to make sure that we have a clear understanding of what we're agreeing to. Okay. Anybody have anything else? Anybody out there have anything? Okay, I'll take the motion.
Motion adjourned.
Second. Okay, thank you so much for coming this evening.
We did it.